Hello people, and welcome to a showcase video of everything new that is coming with the brand new free update as of today, and also the Hearts of Korea and Skyscrapers content creator packs that have been announced for City Skylines last week, but they are all available today for you guys to go and play. And what a wonderful surprise we have in store today, so let's just get into it, right? Let's start having a look what is coming up. So, if you own After Dark, you must own the After Dark DLC in order to receive these roads. They aren't a free update for everyone. And a quick shout out as well, if you are missing any of the DLCs talked about in today's video, please do check out my link to Instant Gaming down below. You can find all the cities DLCs for ridiculously cheap now, and it does help support the channel, so thank you very much. But otherwise, we now have some new cycling roads. So we have a 2-lane road with cycling with a median, grass median, and tree variant. We then have a new 3-lane one-way road with a bicycle lane on it. We now have a 4-lane median with grass with cycle lanes. And then we also have a 4-lane tree median with cycle lanes. And then finally, as part of the After Dark update, you will also receive a 6-lane with tree median and cycle lanes. I've tried to paint out the districts here so it's a little bit easier for everyone to understand. If you want these free roads, you must own After Dark. Okay? Wonderful. Move on now to what happens if you own Snowfall. So if you own the Snowfall DLC, you will receive a new 6-lane tram road with trams in the middle. You will also receive a 4-lane with tree median and tram tracks. Then also have the new 2-lane road with tram tracks here as well. So this is dedicated tram tracks, so this is different to the one that comes with Snowfall, which is this one. You can just see, right, we got the dedicated tram lane in the middle now with the cars on the outside of it. So really cool road to have. We then have a big 6-lane road with tram tracks as well, alongside the 6-lane variants, including grass median and tree median. Then there is also a 2-lane road with median and tram tracks, and then a 4-lane compact road with tram tracks as well. So if you want all of these roads for free, you must own the Snowfall expansion, okay? So lots of new tram roads, very, very happy with this. Lots of new possibilities for our favourite method of public transport. Moving down, we are then greeted with the Snowfall and After Dark roads, so you must own both the DLCs in order to receive these new 4 roads. These are the 6-lane with cycle lanes and tram roads, which is incredible. What a road this is. We then have 4-lane road with tram tracks and bicycle lanes, before arriving at a 2-lane road with tram tracks and bicycle lanes. And then finally, you will also receive a 6-lane road with cycle lane, tram tracks, and a dedicated bus lane. So again, just to reiterate for those that might be confused, you must own Snowfall and After Dark to get these roads. You must own Snowfall, just Snowfall alone to get these tram roads, and just After Dark alone to get these roads up here, okay? So if you own both of the DLCs, both Snowfall and After Dark, you will get all of these new roads here. Before we arrive at our pedestrian roads, which you will need the Plazas and Promenades DLC and Snowfall in order to receive these new roads. And these are just exactly as you would expect, okay? They are the 3 variations of pedestrian road that we know now, apart from they now have tram lines in them. This is amazing. Look at this, tramline pedestrian roads, everyone.
Tramline pedestrian roads, everyone. Tramline pedestrian roads, everyone.
This is exactly what I asked for as soon as Plazas was announced, and a huge thank you to Colossal Order for giving us stuff like this in a free update. It's long needed to have a lot of new roads in the vanilla game, and as a vanilla player, I'm tremendously excited by all of this new stuff. So you've got sandstone, bluestone, and cobblestone, and they each have a tram road in the middle. We will see if we can see the trams move around. We do also have a bunch of new trams. I will go ahead now and throw up on screen every single variant that turns up. cars, we're also talking about the new trams, we'll also take a look at every one of the new bus models as well. Okay guys, so that is everything covered within the free update. If you are looking to get involved with the new content creator packs, then I'm pretty sure you can tell what their theme is, right? In the background here. So we will start off with the Skyscrapers content creator pack first, and there really is kind of too many assets to talk through here. There is a lot of them. There are a few that are different kind of variations of one another. I will kind of showcase this here as an example. So you can see that we have the Marshall Town Centre, and then we also have the Marshall Town Tower, and you will see this theme repeat with the Catalinas Norte building, and then the Catalinas Norte Tower. So you can just see the kind of smaller variations of each other, and there's a lot of them. There is a lot of new skyscrapers here. They do function as unique buildings. You will find them in your Content Creator tab under the Unique Buildings tab. You can see them here where we have them all placed. You can't only place each of them once, as is the case with every other unique building, but they're cool. They are very cool. And something I think that's been sorely missed in cities, especially vanilla, to have some super tall skyscrapers like this. And they're just so wonderfully designed. Just really cool patterns here. We can get a sense of them down on the street view, and when you look up, they're just super tall buildings. So something that's really going to be cool for crafting much more authentic downtowns, these big towers. And you can see here we've got a tall variation and a small one. And if you're playing with Move It, you can copy and paste these into various different configurations and styles, and just lots and lots of possibilities. Here you can also see the Leto kind of electronics factory logo up here as well, like it's the corporate headquarters of the factory. I really like that. That's a really nice little touch. And then just some really cool ones, little layers on them here as well, little air conditioning units over them. Some of them have got sort of more fancy bases around them with little stairs and planters. Just so well designed. Another little variation here of a almost Chrysler looking building with the little points on it. Really cool. They are all based off of real life skyscrapers as well, these ones. And then we come up to here again, we've got some more variations in size, and then we've got this really cool one here with the hole through the middle. Love that. That's really nice. And then I've also dropped in Penal Street, which was the current tallest asset that we had to play with in the game. Just so you've kind of got it for scale. If I look along the lateral line here, you can see this is Penal Street, so new tallest building in the game would be this one with the hole in the top. And just big. Very big building. So if you're looking to play with a lot more skyscrapers without having to go into the Steam Workshop, this content creator pack is absolutely up your street. And then some really cool, unique thin ones as well, like really narrow, just really cool for squeezing into different spaces. There's so many new builds that are available now because of these sorts of buildings, like World Trade Centers, real kind of tall, high-rise towers. Really cool designs. And again, there's another one over here with some planters on it, a few roadies, some content creator trees as well. Nice little new brick texture, a little sort of cove here where you walk into the building. Very cool. Very cool. I cannot fawn over the Skyscrapers content creator pack enough. Like I said, there's too many of them to show each individual one. So hopefully you'll get an impression here as we just kind of take a look over them, okay? Lots of different sizes, different variants of the same design as well, just different size. So really cool. That is your Skyscrapers content creator pack. So let me know what you think of it down below. And then finally, we will land at the Hearts of Korea stuff, which is over here. So this first road that we've got here along the top is all of the low density residential assets. And very Korean themes, some very unique shapes in here too. So just really cool, lots quite tall as well for low density residential. There is no high-density residential with this pack. It's only low-density residential, high-density commercial, and unique buildings that comes with the Hearts of Korea stuff. Alongside new service assets as well, sorry. So they've got the Underhill residents, and you just kind of get an impression of them. They're just Korean-themed low-density residential. Various different sizes, different shapes. Little brandings on them. Got some floating aircon units there as well. This is a beta version as well, by the way. Hopefully that'll be patched out by the time you guys get a hold of it. Some parking underneath. What a wonderfully welcome aesthetic that is for city skylines, right? And again, lots of different little kind of apartment-looking stuff. So a little bit of higher density in terms of the size and the look of them for your low-density choices. So really cool. Really nice assets. There is a good few of them as well. Hopefully you can just sort of get an impression of them here as we take a little look. There's some variants with, you know, a little sort of garden out the front with a little gate. You could definitely get some like really nice luxurious sort of residential patterns going by using a lot of repeated patterns with these sorts of assets. And then some more luxurious looking sort of level 5 houses down toward this end. This one's super cute. I love the little retaining wall all the way around it. Really nice house, and then some more 1x1s, 1x2s, and then various other differentiating designs between your low density residential. More car parks in the bottom here as well. So the next row of buildings along here will all function as high density commercial. And again, more of the same sort of Korean vibes here. Just really cool branded. It's nice to see a lot less neon and some actual sort of realistic signs that isn't just vanilla octopuses and clowns, right? Or octopi, I guess is the saying. Either way, you can get some chicken and beer at Serim and just some really cool, much more realistic looking high density options, I think, again as well. Various different sizes and shapes here as well. Lots of nice decals out the front. Love the addition of these little grates and sort of yellow and black warning logos, I guess. Sort of like beware of the wall. Really happy to see those. And we've got awesome place, coffee and dessert. Very nice. Same here again as well. Really thick wide boy, and then another variant of it next door again as well. Another little 1x1 asset, and some really tall sort of options towards the opposite end here. Some more sort of glass towers beginning to make themselves known. Again, all functioning as high density residential, commercial, sorry. Yeah, these cute little towers with all this grating around the edge of them, some little gardens on top as well. Very appreciative of little details like that across our new assets. A bit of aircon admin up there at the top, and little City Skylines banner. That's pretty cool. I've never noticed that before actually. Yeah, a little City Skylines banner up there as well. And then some more low density, high density commercial over here. So that's your selection of high density commercial assets that will come with Hearts of Korea. We will now move on to its unique buildings, which we are greeted with the Acro Castle apartment complex. Again, it's a big boy. It's very blue. Okay, it's very blue. But yeah, just real heavy kind of Asian vibes with this tower here, right? So this is a unique building that comes with the pack. You do get 6 of them. So really cool. Yeah, again, the fusion opportunities with Move It here. You know, piecing these together, you could almost come up with like the GM towers in Detroit by sort of combining this together, right? Sort of a similar vibe to it. Anyway, the next building is perhaps the most traumatizing. It's the Chirps Thumbs Up Plaza. So some of my biggest fears have been realized in this unique building, and this is the introduction of Human Chirper, which isn't something I'm sure I agree with. It's a very distinct, unique building, isn't it? And there's something very unsettling about Human Chirper. I'll leave you guys to decide whether or not you're a fan of it in the comments below. But it's a very small little plaza, so nice to have some new plazas in. We are then greeted with the Docent Square Centre. Again, just functioning as another unique, so we'll attract tourists and visitors. Got some really nice decals along this one, alright? Some really cool details up at the top here. Hopefully we get these tables and chairs as props to use for detailing. And this little sort of, I guess, is this a pagoda? Sort of looks like one, I think. And we've got the, I don't know, Chirper's fat Korean cousin, that looks like. He's got a little, like, samurai belt on thing as well. I'm sure it's not samurai. Samurai's Japanese, isn't it? You'll have to excuse my Asian ignorance, everyone. But lots of really cool vibes. Look at all the little layers here. Looks like a proper shopping centre, of course, based off of one in Korea. And yeah, all these little back stairways here. It's just such a cool building. Very nice. We then move on to my favourite unit building, which is the Jungbae R&D Centre. And look at this. If there is a building that is screaming to have a monorail anarchied through it, it's this one, isn't it? I cannot wait to do that build when we do get these together as sort of anarchy monorail line through that. But really cool, very modern glass looking building. Really cool shape to it. And some nice decals and little details knocking around within the interiors for you to enjoy if you so choose. Before we then arrive at the little Korean market, which is the Korean food alley, so kind of a street food vibe here. Again, we've got Chirps round head over here as well. We've got some basically street food markets, right? So this is cool. It's nice. Some little tents on there as well. So happy little street food market vibes. Before we arrive at a Korean style temple, so if you're a fan of the Pearls of the East DLC and you use those very Asian themed temple buildings quite a lot, then you've got something else you can throw into your pool now. Very kind of quintessentially Korean, isn't it? Very cool designs up here with all the little pillars. Very distinct. You can really construct a fairly convincing kind of, I don't want to say Chinatown because I know it's Korea, but you kind of know that sort of theme, like an Asian part of your downtown. It's not really been something that's possible, but with all of these assets now, you could, alongside the Japanese content creator pack stuff, you could piece together an authentic themed Asian sort of downtown area, I think now. Super big chungus boy, the Mirai department store. The Cube, basically, this is known as, okay? So just a big department store, and it's a big cube. It's got some nice branding on the side of it as well. Love the duty-free logo. Yeah, just a little department store to go alongside, again, the Japanese one that we've already got from that content creator pack. Yeah, just nice little rooftop gardens, nice logos and sort of detailing all along the edge of the building. Big fan of that one. And then we arrive at the last unique building for the Hearts of Korea pack, which is the Ujoy Entertainment Agency. That just has some really nice details on it. Again, nice little logo over there as well, Ujoy Entertainment. And then, yeah, just nice new buildings. It's nice to have thick buildings in Cities Skylines because we're so limited in vanilla to 4x4. To have larger assets like this brings a much more realistic look to any sort of city, I think. So there you go. That is your unique buildings. We will then move on to all of the service buildings that come with the Hearts of Korea pack. First one here is a police security centre. So a little, what's that, 2x3 police station. Happy enough, isn't it? We're all happy to have different size service assets in. Then arrive at one of my favourite service buildings, and this is the large elementary school. There is no high school that comes with this pack. You can find all these assets under your content creator tab, and then you'll come to your large elementary school. Same with the fire service here as well, and the police. But really cool school, nice and big. It looks good in downtown. It's got a football pitch out the back, which is really cool. Hopefully we get these nets as props with Find It. That would be tremendous. But yeah, nice green fencing, nice little slide in here as well, alongside some football, some stairs, and just a really nice, cool school. It's got a little bit of height to it as well. But next up, we are met with the medical centre for the Hearts of Korea pack, which is the plastic surgery centre. Just a 1x2 asset. Really thin, really tall. And again, a possibility to perhaps combine a few of these together to make a larger, sort of wider tower. And appreciative of the fact as well that it is relatively cheap in terms of a medical centre. The regular vanilla ones, like, is it 400 a week or something like that? Yeah, 400 a week, so it's a lot cheaper actually to have that one in the city from the start. Really cool. We then arrive at the Crematorium Memorial Park, which is fantastic. It's so nice to have some death care that doesn't look like death care. This will essentially be the go-to now, I think, for any kind of death care processing. You know, it's not got those stacks on it that throwing out human ash like the vanilla crematorium does. And it's not nearly as annoying or as obnoxious as the vanilla cemetery. So really happy to have this. Really cool design, bushes, little statue out the front of it. Very nice little crematorium death care facility there. We then arrive towards the Fire Safety Centre, which is just a firehouse. Again, it's a small little 3x2 one. Fairly cheap in upkeep as well, I think, compared to the regular vanilla fire stuff, which we can check together. But yeah, 560. So they're a little bit cheaper to upkeep, which is always nice. And then we arrive at this big industrial boy, which is the eco-friendly incineration plant. So this one actually has 0 ground pollution, which for those playing with the pollution mechanics on, is going to be really good to process garbage and not have that horrible yellow tinge. It does still produce noise pollution, but ground pollution is fine, and just a really cool looking garbage processing facility, isn't it? Very modern, like all the curves on it. Looks like it's got some solar panel vibes here as well. Yeah, little decals, little rest area for the workers out here. But that is your garbage processing building, and indeed your 6 service assets that come with Hearts of Korea. And then we'll just take a second here before we wrap up to see how everything looks at night. Again, various different windows and floors lit up across the skyscrapers. But very cool. Very cool, okay. Some are a little bit more lit than others. Okay, got some stuff over here. Lots of bright white lights on the tips of these towers. Big buildings. I can't describe. I feel like I'm just saying big buildings and then smiling. When we're talking about these skyscraper content creator packs. What wonderful things to see, okay? Really nice nighttime additions into your skylines. The roads, of course, will just have the relative lights on them, and you can get an impression as to what they look like over here as our little tram moves through this area. And then as we come over to the Hearts of Korea stuff, again, there's nothing vast that changes with them. They all just get a little bit of lighting around them. Then as we come onto the unique buildings, we get this big tower which is all lit up really coolly at night time. I love the way this building looks at night. Yeah, it's so cool. So cool. And then, yeah, all of our uniques are very tastefully lit as well. I love all the little gardens on this one. Very, very cool indeed. But otherwise, guys, that will do it for today. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, likes, comments, and shares really help me out below. Even if you haven't enjoyed it, then please feel free to leave me a dislike as well. I hope today's video has showcased you exactly what is coming with this new content creator pack drop alongside the free update as well. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, if you're missing Snowfall, After Dark, or any of these other new content creator packs, please check out Instant Gaming below. It does help support the channel directly, and you'll get yourself something really cheap and tasty in return. Who was expecting another content drop, right? I didn't think we'd get another one after Plazas. And of course, for those keeping up with all the updates, you will see that there is another DLC coming in December, which of course we will cover. And we will integrate all of these assets into our existing series, Noob's Guide and ILOS, of course, whatever comes after that. So yeah, nice new content drop. Let me know what you guys think of it down below, and if indeed you are going to be picking it up. Some really new, nice creations in here. Let me know what you think. I hope the video helped, but otherwise I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.